This episode of Pretty Not Smart is brought to you by Huggies Little Snugglers. Huggies Little Snugglers, now with blowout protection in every direction, sizes 1 through 2. Huggies, we got you, baby. Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of Pretty Not Smart with your host, Yoatzi.
And Louie, aka the baddest perra. We're back. Where if you're not subscribed, you're definitely pretty not smart.
But if you want to be both, make sure you subscribe.
Back again.
What are we talking about today?
Well, I have a little bone to pick with you. All right.
We'll fight?
Not with you personally, but
Bitch.
to the world. Just kidding.
Oh, shit.
But I think before we get into this little topic, this little rage fucking topic that I have right now in me right now, I think we should go straight into the word of the century, the dumbass word of the day.
Do we have an official title for this?
I think it's the dumbass word for the day.
Dumbass word of the day.
He muted me. Okay. I don't know what's going on with me today.
Tell me what's going on. Guys, we need a segment of just me.
If you guys didn't catch that, he fully muted me right now. I was like,
shut up.
and then before we started like officially filming, he's like, you guys can start. You guys are good. We're like, oh, we can start? He's like, yeah. And then I was like, wait, can you fix the camera? It's a little crooked. And he's like, and I was like, what? When he was already recording, there was no fucking SD card in there.
And we're like, I thought it was recording. He's like, what made the sound? But there was no SD card in there.
We were about to film a whole episode that was not going to be recorded.
Our producer's also pretty not smart.
I know this whole show. Our managers are probably like,
our managers too are pretty not smart. I'm just kidding.
Like everyone behind the scenes.
Pretty not smart.
Like even their fucking studio is pretty not smart. So it falls apart. I know.
It's not my fault. The pretty not smartness is contagious, all right?
That's what's happening. Yeah, it's
rubbing
getting
off on him.
contagious, guys.
Okay, do you have the dumbass word of the day?
Yes.
What is it?
You guys ready?
Really?
Kerfuffle.
Grafuffle?
Kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle. What the? I've never heard of that.
Lafuffle?
Like, what is it? Like, is it based off, like, is that something you call somebody or is that like a thing?
Use it in a sentence.
Yeah, use it in a sentence.
Okay.
Kerfuffle. And Louie's body's kerfuffle.
There was a kerfuffle before this episode started recording.
Something that went wrong.
Something that went silly wrong.
Oh, okay, like something funny wrong.
Yeah.
I understood you. I get you.
We got it.
It's like a problem, but funny, right?
Like a funny issue.
It's a commotion or fuss.
Especially then just say commotion or fuss.
What I just said.
No, I'm saying like why use kerfuffle?
Because it's a funny word.
It's a fancier way. So a commotion?
Yeah. Like
okay.
I created a kerfuffle with me not putting an SD card and trying to record onto nothing.
That's part of the reason why I like this segment, y'all, because like obviously I want you guys to like learn new words and shit, but like most of all of these words are words that I feel like I never hear people use.
Right.
Unless you're, I don't know. I feel like even people who have a very high vocabulary with tendresse, like they're just like, it's mind blowing to me that that's a word. Kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle. Do you know what the word cohort means?
Cohort?
Cohort.
I feel like I've heard of it.
Okay. Well, this is how I felt when I was in college. I felt like I was so behind in life. I got to my first English class in college, Cabrillo College.
Mm-hmm.
And the teacher was like, she was like a very proper teacher, English teacher. So she was like, all right, everybody, like, please meet with your cohort and discuss it. And I was like, what the fuck is a cohort? Am I saying the right word? Your cohort, right?
Because what is it?
And she just kept saying it. And let me tell you, I did not ask what it meant. It took me like till the middle of the semester to figure out what it meant because she just kept repeating it. Eventually, I put two. I never even Googled it, pendeja. I just put two and two together. A cohort is like a small group of people. Oh. So she meant like get in a little group and discuss. Okay. But she'd be like, all right, find your cohort, get with your cohort. And I was like, what the fuck? And I just copy what everybody else was doing. And a big part of me was like, is it because like my school wasn't that smart and like, I didn't learn a lot of things? Yeah. I felt dumb.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, it's not in a bad way though. Like, I think it's sickening when people can use those words, but I almost feel like
Yes.
you have to kind of go out of your way to use those words,
I,
right?
well, for us, but I'm sure for like smart people, it's their regular vocabulary.
Because I definitely hear some people on a regular everyday life using like words that I don't know what they mean, but I can kind of put two and two together. But I'm like,
Like Andrea.
Andrea does that a
So
lot.
no, Andrea, she like knows when to dumb down her vocabulary and when to like excel it.
Oh yeah.
When we're together as a family, I feel like it's very like dumbed down to where me and Louie can understand and it's like chill. And when she is like scholarly, because before she used to have me read her papers, I'd be like, what do you think about this? Bitch, she is like scholarly to the T, like so scholarly. She would use words. I'm like, Andrea, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
So I feel like when she's in her school setting, she brings out her like big girl vocabulary
okay,
and
okay.
talks all like cohort this and like
Cohort this, cohort that.
Yeah, very those.
When it comes to like special words,
Uh-huh.
in 7th and 8th grade, I had a teacher that was super smart. He's the one that used all the weird words, but he was the teacher, so I just assumed that would come from him and like
Yeah.
only him. He got me into random words of the day, so I downloaded an app that would tell me the random word of the day and told me the definition, just a bunch of weird words
Uh-huh.
that I never really used until I got older when I would be flirting with other girls and stuff. Because when I would
Hi,
use
what was
words,
the word?
when I don't know, I forgot all of them now, but when I would use random words or like facts that they didn't know, it like piqued an interest in like their head and they're like,
You're scrumptious.
I'm like,
Very
can
that.
you use that in a different sentence?
your butt is bodacious.
Your
bodacious.
gluteus maximum is great.
I'm like, my what?
Like it
Like,
sounds
what?
stupid. Like even when I think about it now, it's just I'm like that's so fucking dumb, but it worked for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Uh-huh. No,
I
what were you
was
gonna
just gonna say, I promise you guys, if you aren't like used to our podcast, you're probably like, are they being fucking for real right now? Like, are they really that dumb? I honestly feel like we just are like naturally a little airheaded to the point where
Yeah.
sometimes people think we might be faking it.
I think, well, I've definitely seen that a lot online sometimes where people think we're just like, but
Like, si hacen pendejos.
yeah, but we each have our skills. Like,
Yes.
I always say I feel like we're smart, but in different aspects. I will full on admit to you right now that I am not scholarly smart. Like I am not. I won't be able to spell something to you. I hate to admit this, but I don't know a lot of my multiplication tables. I don't know big words.
Shit.
I don't know how to talk. No.
I'm silent.
I know. Like
Bitch.
when it comes to school scholarly, I am not the smartest.
Mhm.
But when it comes to like other things, I feel like I am very smart.
You're very smart when it comes to like common sense things. I think.
Oh yeah, common sense. I feel like I'm very smart.
Like you
in.
do have common sense in
Uh-huh.
like everyday life.
Like when someone's in a pickle or when someone doesn't know how to do something, to me, I know like I can be like, there's an obvious answer.
Right.
Like I help people, ¿cómo se llama? Dissect or things like that. Fuck. My
dissect
therapist.
frogs.
Bro, I'm like, no, I forgot. My therapist, shout out to my therapist. She gave me a right word for it because she said she loved when we would do EMDR together. Because she said, she's like, I really love the way your mind works. There was a certain word she used for it, but saying that I basically dissect things to where everything needs to have a reason in my brain because I won't just do it.
Yeah.
Something like that. And I was like, well, thank you for telling me that. I was like, that I've never really paid attention to how I see things.
Yeah.
But that, or even like, I want to say financially, I am pretty smart.
You definitely are.
Yeah, like I'm not like a fucking business major, but when it comes to like business decisions and business stuff, and I was like, I feel like I'm pretty smart in that.
Yeah.
But you, for example, I feel like you
you're
are
just stupid.
you have some scholarly in you, but you also have some everyday life.
I think
fucking
I'm half and
smartness.
half.
Yeah, and
I'm
Andrea's just
That's just book smart.
was
And we love you, sissy.
she's street dumb.
It's because
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's because she's like the baby. So we
Yeah.
like babied her. I still feel like in a way we still baby her.
Yeah.
So she has a lot of street smart learning to do.
But in a way, that's why we work so perfectly because I feel like we all
Yes.
have what one of us is missing.
But one of us is missing.
Yeah.
We're like,
So we're
we
like,
just-
hey.
it's a full circle moment,
Or
guys.
we always like hit each other up for little things like that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So if like in your everyday life, you're like, damn, I want to feel smart smarter than other people today, just listen to our podcast. You'll be like, I'm definitely smarter than that.
Yeah, or if you're ever feeling too dumb like me, just focus on what you are good at. That always like snaps me out of being like, damn, I'm hella dumb. But then I'm like, no, I'm good at other shit.
Yeah, I'm good at this stuff, so we're good.
So it evens out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, speaking about people and opinions and getting mad of how dumb we are. All right.
Dun, dun.
I did want to bring something up, dude. Like, what the heck? We're in the middle of June, and you never said Happy Pride Month. All right.
It is Pride Month.
You didn't even say congrats.
Congrats for coming out.
I know.
So Pride Month is all of June.
Yeah, all of June.
Oh.
From beginning to end of
From
the
like
year.
1st of June till the end of June.
Yes.
And this is like when you guys have Pride and all that?
Yeah, Pride, a bunch of festivities and shit like that.
Well, I didn't say it, but happy Pride to all of you, to Louie, to Alex. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, baby.
That's like a little flag.
Yeah. I still want to go to a Pride event. I've never been to like, any event.
It's so fun. I love going to I love going to Pride. There's always just so much like fun, and I love seeing people express themselves or like for a lot of people, I know Pride is like the first time they'll almost take it as like a chance to wear makeup for the first time or do something for like for example, for me, I think quote unquote makeup at the time. My first time was ever Halloween.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, it's like an excuse. But I also remember my first time ever wearing a crop top in public was in Pride at Watsonville.
Oh my God.
When they had that tiny ass little Pride.
They had a little event.
Yeah. And that's so cute for Watsonville. Cause like I'm telling you guys, growing up in Watsonville, I was not aware of like the LGBTQ community. I feel like I wasn't really surrounded by that. So I remember when I was in high school, they had a little mini Pride, and I thought it was gonna be this huge thing. Because, like, that's all I've seen on the internet is, like, San Francisco Pride and stuff.
Right.
And I went, and it was so small. And I was a little sad, but it made me so happy seeing something like that happen in Watsonville at the time. I was like, wait, like, it's so small, but it's so cute. And there was very few booths, but I went and got, like, little stickers and shit like that. But I remember I left my house in a flannel, a red, like, cholillo flannel. And right under, I had this crop top that I bought from Forever 21. Like,
and then, as soon as, like, we hit the Pride, he's like, unlocked.
I was like, hey, all right.
This is crazy, but we have two very different, like, memories of Pride. I'm going to open up real quick. I'm not even ready for this.
I kissed a girl and I like it.
That song was made by me. You remember it so beautifully and magically. I don't. It's one of the darkest days of my life.
Because you came out.
I'm like, why did you out? Why did you come out? No, I'm going to open up real quick. I'm a little nervous.
What?
I don't think you remember. You probably weren't aware. But that day it gives me like coraje vibes and almost like goosebumps. Not towards like any of that. But I actually found out I was cheated on that day.
Oh, no way.
Yes. I just remembered. And because like, you know how sometimes you like lock memories like way back in there?
Yeah.
And right now that you brought up Watsonville Pride, I completely forgot about that. Yeah. And then right now that you brought it up, my brain just was like, tick, 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 tick. Like little memories started trickling
reminded
in.
You of
like
that.
anger,
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm like, we're so
So you just remember being there and like,
I just remember. Well, there was things happening during that day.
Yeah.
That during that day, I wasn't necessarily aware of what was going on. It wasn't till, I don't know if you remember, there was like a little after party.
Yes.
Like a little club.
Yeah.
I think you went, right? Yeah. I didn't go because I was pregnant at the time. Me, bitch, always pregnant. Bitch, all my whole life pregnant.
You always say at the time, but really the whole time.
I was pregnant with my first child. And then when I got home that night, I found out that I was cheated on during like that event.
Oh.
I just found out some stuff that I was very, very sad and upset about. So yeah, Pride from that day for me was a little bit traumatic. But it's okay.
So there's no Pride.
But anyway, happy Pride.
There's nothing to celebrate. Just kidding. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. Okay. To this day, literally did not know
I didn't know that either till right now. I just remembered. I was like, oh shit.
That's scary.
Yeah, but that's life. It's okay. Ya pasó. Ya. La verga.
But yeah, that was like my first ever Pride. I wore a little crop top and shit like that.
I remember.
But well, obviously, that was like a whole like moment for me and whatnot. And I think at that time I've had a lot of different waves of
Uh-huh.
characterization in my life.
Bitch.
And it's just really crazy to when I like look back at it, and I almost feel like I'm kind of facing it again right now.
Okay.
But it's crazy because like being gay, there's just so much, and I feel like I have an idea of what's happening.
Uh-huh.
But okay, so at the beginning, and I do also want to take the time to say thank you to you and Andrea, if you're listening to this, because I feel like from the beginning, you girls never made me feel weird. Like I don't like I'm trying to think as far back as possible.
Like weird for being gay?
Yeah, or
Oh,
just being
okay, okay.
myself. Like it
Right.
comes down to me being myself. I was like, I don't have a single memory of me. Like I don't have a single memory of you looking at me weird
Mm-hmm.
or you. I mean, maybe even in your brain, you're like, what the fuck? But
No,
just
I
to
don't think
me,
so. Yeah.
I don't think I ever have like a weird memory or a vision or something where you questioned me or looked at me weird or made me feel uncomfortable. Same thing as Andrea. I was like,
Yeah.
through all the phases that I've had, and I feel like a lot of my OG perras, which if you're here, hey, I love you. Thank you for sticking with me. A
Hmm.
lot of them have also seen a lot of these like different phases in my life.
Yeah.
Or not even phases, just moments in my life. But when before I came out, I was very quote unquote more masculine presenting.
He's like swag.
Yeah, very that. But I think
Yeah.
I was trying to like copy my environment. Like right now you said like swag. Like
Right.
obviously I enjoyed the style, but I think also it was so in at the moment that I believe that that's what all guys should have been doing.
Uh-huh.
So even like my piercing that I had in my
Oh
face right here,
shit.
the anti-eyebrow piercing.
Uh-huh.
Like I got that. I definitely know I got that because I was trying to fit in. At the time, there were so many guys in high school who had that piercing at the time was like in.
I
And I just thought it was like,
remember.
oh, this is what guys do. Like I think I was trying to find a sense of like fitting in so hard into something that I knew I didn't fit in. But I
And
was like,
you
oh, this
were
is what they're all doing.
definitely like figuring yourself out.
Yeah, because I've
Yeah.
gone through so many
You
quote
went through a
unquote phases.
lot.
Like I went through that. Well, a lot of my viewers now call it the Hammy Louie phase or the straight phase.
Yeah, yeah.
Cause like I went through that phase of like I would sack my pants, I would have like
Yes.
my eyebrow piercing, and like I would wear all these hats, and I was like,
And his like Santa Cruz jacket.
yeah. And then from there, I came out and then started going more into like a feminine, where I started wearing makeup, but then I started wearing like a lot of crop tops, but it was still like jeans and crop tops, so it was a little bit of like doing both
Yeah.
because I was like, well, what am I doing? But then after that, I don't know if you remember, there was a phase where I full on was just kind of wearing like girl clothes, like super skinny
Your
tight jeans. I
skinny
would only shop at the
jeans.
women's section. My
Yes.
crop tops, glitter shirts, and like full makeup. Like this was like my makeup phase.
You're right. And like full beat, like
Yeah,
almost all the
all the time for
time.
school. Like during college, I would go to college with a full face on. I would
Yes.
wear like instead of like a backpack, I had like a purse.
That's
Just and
right.
then that's my
Your
nails, like a whole
nails.
face through that.
Yeah.
And then
Through all of that, though, I remember you getting so many compliments.
yeah,
I'm sure there was definitely those weird ass fucking people,
Uh-huh.
right? They're annoying as fuck.
yeah,
But through all of that, I remember you always, like when I was with you, you'd always get compliments on your
yeah.
makeup,
People
your
were so nice.
nails. Yeah, I definitely remember that.
Yeah, and then also I think becoming like a content creator, like further into it, is when I got like my body done. And even
Okay.
then, I don't think I got any like hate, at least not from like my viewers. I
Uh-huh.
don't think I ever saw anyone be like, "What the fuck?" But there was confusion. That people being like, "Wait, Louie, like you're getting your body done. What does that mean?" So then
Like,
some people
okay.
thought I was like gonna transition because I was getting my body done.
Yeah.
But I think throughout all of this, I've always just done what makes sense to me at the moment. Like
Right.
that's why I say like quote unquote phases, but like in that moment, I was just kind of like, well, this is what I feel like I should be doing, and it's what I want to do.
Like what you're feeling at the moment.
Yeah, and like
Uh-huh.
now I look back at some of those moments, and I'm like, you look cringe because that's
Yeah.
not who I am right now.
I definitely feel like it's something that happens to everybody. I just want to say that with you, it was maybe a little bit more like heightened.
Yeah.
Like a little bit more like for sure I went through like some crazy
Uh-huh.
moments where I dressed like a señora, like like dye my
Yeah.
hair all stupid and like shit like that.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like with you it was a little bit more like out of the what people are used to, I guess.
Yeah, and like more exaggerated too.
Yeah, kind of those vibes.
And I was gonna say like I feel like it kind of makes a little more sense to me now because when I was younger, I like when I started dressing more like feminine. When I was younger, I couldn't dive into any femininity stuff without getting bullied by the neighbor or like hearing it from my parents or things like that. That when
Yeah.
I did dive into it, it's not that it was a phase, it's that it was my first time. So I went
Yeah.
like full crazy into everything, like makeup and girl clothes. And it's like,
You were like excited to go
Yeah.
full on in. And, yeah.
for the first time to be like, oh my God, I can do this.
Yeah.
And then I got my body done. And then after that, like, I feel like right now I'm in a space where like I'm trying to be more in tune with my masculine side.
Mm-hmm.
And not saying that I'm like, oh, I'm not gay anymore or anything. Like that's always been there. That's not gonna change.
Yeah.
But the thing is that like I think what it is that at the beginning I was trying to fit into something that I wasn't because I was trying to follow what everybody else was doing.
Okay.
Like, oh, well, I have to blend in.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was finally exposed to the feminine side of me that I was finally able to play in. So I was like, and I started going.
You're like, I have free will.
Yes, or even my wigs, bitch. That's when it all started. Like I
your
started putting on wigs
wigs.
and my nails, all of that. So I
Yes.
went literally full into like getting in tune with my feminine side.
That's right.
And then I feel like right now, this is probably the most that I've been into like my masculine side.
Yes.
Because back then I feel like I pushed it away because it was something that I was being forced into.
Uh-huh.
And now that it's like on my terms, I'm like, okay, like let me see what I like. Because there was literally a point, you guys, where I had like little to no men's clothes in my closet.
Damn,
It was
that's
all like crop
crazy.
tops and like super skinny jeans and like things like that, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying I was so out of touch with my masculine side.
That makes so much. I never saw it like how you're seeing it right now, though.
Mhm.
That like so many people were like telling you what you had to be.
Yeah.
That when you finally were like, fuck y'all, I can do what I want. You
Uh-huh.
completely like just shoot that part away.
Yeah.
You're almost like traumado.
Uh-huh.
You're like, what
Exactly.
the fuck? Like, I want to do me. And so you went and you dove really deep into like
Mhm.
what you were like, I can do it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Especially because imagine being told like all of your childhood for no reason. Like, you can't do anything that's like anything pink, anything feminine,
Anything girly.
glitter. Like, I was just like, you can't. So I was in a cage this whole time. So the moment I got out of that cage, I went full in
You're like,
with it.
woo!
Yeah. And then when I was in the whole feminine moment for me, it was so fun to express myself in that way that I said bye to like the whole masculine side. Yeah. I was like,
See
bye.
you later.
And I feel like right now I'm definitely diving more into that. But I'm getting like a whole wave of like people who I guess are like confused, but also like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, be all scary. So obviously, I've been open about me growing like my facial hair. And it was something
Uh-huh.
like fun that I'm just like, oh, like I don't know, I could grow my facial hair. But I don't know, there was gonna be some people who are like really just like, I think either confused as to what it is that I'm doing, but also being like, bitch, what the are you doing? I feel like I'm almost seeing more anger this time than when I like got my butt done.
Shut up.
Yeah, but I think publicly it made me happy because like I did a TikTok, I posted it on Instagram and like on stories and stuff. And for the most part, everybody's like, oh, like that's so cool. Like you're growing out your facial hair. That's cool. Or, like a lot of people like it and whatnot. But it's more on the private side where it's like direct messages that people are like kind of telling me shit for
They're
it.
telling you shit?
Yeah, but I was just like, and I think it's coming from, I've always presented, like ever since I started social media, on the more like feminine side. But like, I don't think they've seen a masculine side. Some people are a little bit like confused or angry. But I'm like,
Uh-huh.
well, one, I don't understand what part of me growing facial hair is making you angry.
Right. That's why I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is it like that big of a deal that it's like bothering you so much that
Uh-huh.
you have to like, I have to make a comment about this?
Yeah. Or there was somebody that was like, I saw a direct message. It was like from a girl. She was like, no, you're way too feminine for facial hair. Like shave that shit off or some
What
shit
the
like that.
fuck?
But then I was like, wait, I was like, what? I don't know. It's just like a whole like confusing thing to where, I don't know. It's just kind of, it made me feel again where I'm like, I don't know.
I think it has to do, honestly, like when you really think about it, it's just those people are probably confused themselves.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I'm just trying to see it from like a different perspective, different point of view. I feel like those people think because Louie has been more feminine for like a longer time that you can't get out of that box, I
Yeah.
guess. Like you put yourself in a box and you
Uh-huh.
can't go anywhere else.
Yeah. Which like,
Which is like not right.
because the way that I'm seeing is like, yeah, like I have facial hair, but that doesn't also make me any less feminine. It's
Right.
to me, it's just being like, I'm being more in tune with my masculine side. And right now where I'm at, something about, because I'm literally telling you guys, I wanted to grow it out to see if I even could for like science. But I also was like, I wonder what I would look like. But I don't think I was like, oh, I'm going to keep it. Like it literally was just like, oh, it's just for fun. But then right now, I feel like it did kind of made me feel more like, oh wow, like I have like facial hair, you know? I mean, it's nothing crazy, but
It's
it's
all
a
the
little
we.
something. For real. But something about like having it, I was like, oh well, like I mean, I could still be feminine and have facial hair. But there's something
Yeah.
about for some people, it's like not merging, made me kind of be confused as well. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it makes sense. But there's so many other content creators that
Yeah.
guys that are gay and they have like their full beards and they still have their sickening makeup and they look so
Yeah.
good.
I think what it comes down to is the fact that like I have my butt done. So people are like confused. But basically what I'm trying to get out of this, y'all, is that like ever since like I came out, I think it's just a lot of, and I think, well, no, I don't want to speak for other people, but ever since I came out, it's just been a journey of like finding myself and expressing myself. I think that's what it is. Like I know who I am, but when it comes to expressing myself to the public, it has been a journey because I haven't been able to express myself ever since I was younger. It was either like being bullied even before I knew I was gay, or being told I couldn't play or wear girl clothes or anything like that. And then after coming out as gay, then it was to the point where it's like I was too feminine to still be a guy. Or even like now I've talked about this before where like the restroom is a very uncomfortable place for me.
Yeah.
Where like I don't feel comfortable to go into the women's restroom even if I am wearing full face of makeup and girl clothes or whatever. That's just not I still identify as a man. But like going into the men's restroom makes me feel uncomfortable because I'm too feminine for a men's restroom. It's just like this whole thing, but like basically what I'm trying to get at is that like from the beginning, it has been an like expressive like moment for me. And right now, I mean, I'm loving the mix of both. Like I love the fact that I'm like, oh, maybe I could fully grow my facial hair, but then still be like a little feminine and wear makeup. But I don't know. To me, it just kind of threw me off seeing like a whole wave of like different anger comments because of something so simple as
So
like
small.
growing.
I hate how like as your sister, like this your whole life basically, I feel like you've always been judged for
Yeah,
simply trying to find
find
yourself and
myself.
discover yourself. And it's like
Yeah.
like it gets to the point where everybody should literally just mind their own fucking business. Who cares what that person is doing? Who
Yeah.
cares what that other like just fuck off, kind of focus on you vibes. But
Yeah.
as like for me as your sister, seeing you have to like repeatedly go through
Yeah.
that and it's like I again like it's like a cycle almost, you
Yeah,
know?
because it is. Because like,
Yeah.
well, thank you to everybody who like, I mean, there's a lot of people who are loving the facial hair, but it doesn't even come down to like whether you like or hate it. Because there's some people who just don't like it because they don't think it looks good on me, and that's perfectly fine. Like some people being like, I don't think it suits you. But I'm specifically only talking about the people who are like, you are too feminine for that, or like you cannot have facial hair because you have your nails done or something. I'm
Like
like,
if
wait, what
there's
the fuck?
rules. Like
Yeah,
if
yeah,
there's rules
almost
almost.
that. And
Yeah,
I'm
there's
just
like,
like,
bitch, there is no fucking rules. We can do whatever we want. We have free will.
yes,
We can do
alright.
whatever we fucking want. And like these people almost feel like they create their own rules and they feel like everyone has
push
to
it
follow
onto them.
their fucking rules.
Yeah, because that's where like again where I'm saying like don't get me wrong, if like somebody, because there has been comments people being like, I just don't think it suits you well, then I'm like, oh, okay, like that's valid.
It's
Like
like
if you
an
don't think it looks,
opinion.
yeah, if you don't think it looks good on me, we're like, okay, that's valid. And then the people who do like it, that's also valid. But the people who are very specifically like coming at me for like doing it, I'm like, wait, bitch, what the fuck? Like it was never that serious.
Yeah, it's not that deep.
Yeah, but
Pinche gente. Es que pa todo hay pinche gente que chinga.
literally.
Yeah, those
And
are
even right now, like I feel like I'm having fun with because like, okay, that sounds so fucking dumb. But literally from when I've obviously always been very in tune with my feminine side ever since I came out. That's all I really know when it comes to clothes. But
Right.
right now, more, and not just ever since my facial hair, I think just more off social media. And I say off social media because when I'm on camera, that's when the baddest perra comes on. I love having my full face of makeup and all that.
Yeah.
But off camera is where it's a little bit more chill for me. Like I have been playing around more with like men's clothes. But even that, bitch, it sounds so fucking dumb, but even that's new to me. Like
Well, yeah. That makes sense.
I'm like, what men's shirts do I like? How do I want them to fit? Like, you know what I mean? It's because
Yeah.
all I know is like girl clothes. Like I want a skin tight shirts, a little like above my waist, so you can see a little belly, or
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like very that. But even now, like as of recent, when I've been like looking more into like men's clothes and growing my men's clothes in my closet, I'm like, this is weird.
Like I have a men's section now?
Yes,
Huh?
no,
You have a
literally, I'm like,
department
what
in
the
your
fuck?
closet.
Where before it was all just like crop tops.
You know what I just realized? I also have not personally you in the same room as me, I have not seen you wear a full B in so long.
Really? Oh,
Yes, I
yeah.
can't remember the last time I've seen you like full B, all out.
Because we haven't even been to an event together or nothing.
No, because I was pregnant.
Yeah.
But we like literally no, because you've been very like on your like masculine era.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is your everyday vibe, very light, like makeup, no makeup vibes.
Yes, no makeup. Just
So
light.
right now I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen him like with a full beat in so long.
Yeah. And it's not even that like I'm trying to project more like, oh, I'm trying to be more masculine or whatever, because I'm still very in tune with my girly side.
Oh yeah.
But it's just right now, like this is so fun to me. I'm able to again embrace like my masculine side that I pushed away for so long, because I was just like, in my head it was like I can't be both, or I have to be this or be that. So right now playing it, like I do find it fun.
You're
like
finding
even,
like your middle ground, your perfect like middle
yeah,
ground.
and that's why I find it fun, because I'm like, oh, like I think I'm finding ways to merge both my feminine side and my masculine side to a place that makes me
Love
like,
that.
yeah. So
Makes you happy.
it's just a lot, but I did want to bring it up considering that it is Pride Month, but also just seeing like
Woo!
just some people being so upset about something as simple as like little facial hair.
Yeah, but like I said, people, they're always going to find something to chingar just as long as like you do you, you're happy with who you are.
Yeah.
Just like you guys, if you're out there listening, like, que te valga verga. Like
Yeah.
people, literally, people are so judgmental and opinionated. No matter if you're doing good, if you're doing bad, there's always going to be opinions. So
Mhm.
I say like, just fuck what everybody else thinks and just keep doing you, honestly,
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
The one thing that gets me through moments like this is like I feel like it's the idea that some people, like you said, just kind of want to put you in a box.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I do want to apologize that if I cause any confusion for anybody. Because when I think about it from an outside POV, I'm like, okay, I could see why I can cause some confusion. Like, I wear makeup, I do have my butt done, and like whatnot. But I think the best thing that I could say is like, for some of us, like me, I don't try to let like gender roles or stereotypes guide my life, because I'm just like, I'm just having fun. Like
I
I am
love
doing
that.
what I want to do, and that's it. And I feel like if there is confusion, I feel like just know that I'm not hurting anybody.
Right. He's just like he's in his own bubble.
Yeah.
So like déjenlo en su bombita.
Yeah. Unless I stole a shirt that you wanted to buy, then I understand, right? They're like, bitch, that was my shirt.
Then you
Alright.
can fuck him up.
For real. But yeah, just a lot of opinions online.
Yeah, a lot of opinions. This episode of Pretty Not Smart is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah. From vacation rentals to hotels across the US, Booking.com has the ideal summer stay for absolutely anyone, even those who might seem impossible to please. Whether you're booking for yourself, your partner, your picky teens, or your mom that loves waking up super early, you can find exactly what you're booking for on Booking.com. So we're a family of 5 now. So I feel like when I'm traveling, I really need a place that's going to be able to accommodate me and my kids. The one thing that is super important for me is a kitchen. I need to make sure I have enough room to store the kids' food, their snacks, or if I need to heat up some leftovers. A kitchen is super important. Also, I'm always looking for places that have extra beds or an extra room for my kids because I know they like their own space too. So when I have those things, it makes my stay so much better. If my family can find their perfect stay on Booking.com, anyone can. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, Booking.yeah. Book today on the site or in the app.
I am so excited to see Lady Gaga again. I already saw her, but I didn't really get to see her because I was so far. But this time, I am excited because I will actually be seeing her. Which is why I want to give the sponsor of today's video, SeatGeek, a huge shout out. SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app with over 28 million downloads. Hay tantos eventos on SeatGeek, concerts, sports, festivals, and so much more. Right now, you can get tickets to Beyonce, SZA, Shakira, Dua Lipa, so many artists. I love using SeatGeek, and I have been using and talking about SeatGeek for so many years now. Ahorita, my hermana and I are super excited to see Lady Gaga. Como ya les dije, we are such huge fans, and we both have never seen her together. So, estamos súper emocionados. One of my favorite things about SeatGeek is that they rate their tickets on a scale of 1 through 10. So you know when you're getting a good deal. OV, green means good, and red means bad. Plus, every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. And you know I came through for you guys. You can use code PRETTY10 for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. That's 10% off tickets with promo code PRETTY10. Thank you, SeatGeek.
This episode of Pretty Not Smart is brought to you by Huggies Little Snugglers. Huggies is the only leading brand with all-around blowout protection for sizes 1 and 2. Okay, I know all my parents out there know that there is nothing more terrifying than a blowout, especially in a newborn, because I feel like you never see them coming. I feel like blowouts are even worse when it's nighttime and you're like, when I'm doing a 3 a.m. feeding and then baby has a blowout and I'm not prepared. That is awful because I'm like half asleep. But thank you to Huggies Little Snugglers, I don't have to be worrying about a blowout at 3 a.m. Huggies Little Snugglers are up to 100% leak-proof with blowout protection in the front and back on sizes 1 and 2, so you can feel confident relying on them for your little ones. Huggies Little Snugglers, now with blowout protection in every direction, sizes 1 through 2. Huggies, we got you, baby.
Be who you are.
Ah, yes, okay. Trying to sing Lady Gaga. What's that one Lady Gaga song? The hair?
The hair.
When I was young, my parents used to fuck me up. I made it
What
up.
fucking song is
On my hair, on my hair, on my hair.
What? I think you just mixed like 4 different songs.
I'm like, oh,
All alone.
we're all doing Stay all over again.
Oh my God, I'm so glad we don't have access to this equipment when we were younger because we would have full on been using this mic and been like,
It would have been a full production. I still get nightmares every time it
Me
pops up. I'm like,
too.
stop, let it go. It's
you gotta
gonna pop
delete
up
that
again.
video.
Watch us every time we like briefly bring it up. It makes its whole round. Here we go. It's coming back. Okay, I am very curious. I want to get your opinion on something that actually just happened to me.
Okay.
Ay, a mí todo me pasa, amigas. Ya.
I know, I
basta.
feel like for the past few episodes, you have like a fucking bone to pick.
It's good. People have bone to pick with fucking me.
Babe, a bone in me.
It's because, okay, so it was breakfast. We went to go eat breakfast with the kids. It was all of us, the kids. And I don't even know how to start this. But okay, long story short, we went to go have breakfast and I ordered myself a cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And I got regular coffee. I didn't get decaf, just like regular because I really needed to like wake up that morning.
Okay.
So I had my cup of coffee. And Ella,
Mm-hmm.
she's 3 years old, but my daughter loves coffee. She like loves coffee a lot.
Ella?
Yeah.
Bitch, can kids even drink coffee?
Well, that's the thing. Okay, so Ella, I'm not saying that she's gonna chug like a whole cup of coffee, right? I had my mug and she was just taking like little sips here and there. And like,
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with it. Like, it's just coffee.
Okay.
And I feel like when I was little, my mom would always give me coffee. Do you remember? I don't know if you remember. Like, she'd bring out her little coffee mate. She's like, oh, ¿quieres un cafecito? And I was like, oh my God, yeah.
Wait, I
And she
feel
would
like
make
I
with like
kinda
cremita.
remember.
Mainly, my mom would mainly make it with like more crema than
Oh,
like
see.
anything.
Okay, I do remember
So it was
this.
like
Yeah.
very, very flavorful.
Uh-huh.
But I loved having my little cup of coffee. And I remember like even when our family was around, like I feel like it's more normalized in Mexico to give kids coffee. Like, you know, my mom would be like, oh, like growing up in Mexico, sometimes we didn't necessarily have a lot of stuff to eat, but we always had like our café de olla,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I was just like, yeah, letting her take sips in there. But then the server, she came to our table and she saw that Ella was drinking the coffee. And then she was like, hey, your daughter's drinking your coffee.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, yeah, I know. Like, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then she kind of looked at me like, what the fuck? And then I kind of looked at her back like, what?
Like, is there an issue?
Yeah. But it was like kind of like, I was thrown off because I was like, what the fuck? Is it an issue? And then she was just like, like, I wouldn't let my daughter drink that. And then I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I remember looking at Alex and just being like we were both kind of shook. Like, did she really just tell us something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, it's just coffee. Like, it's okay. And then she was just like, that's really bad. Like, that has so much caffeine. And she just like walked off and she kept like saying stuff. And I felt super, super uncomfortable because like I can kind of let my kids do whatever they want, right? But I just feel like I wanted to get like a POV from your side. Like, how do you see it? Because I want to get like a POV of what she saw or what she was thinking about my daughter drinking coffee.
Well, I feel like I would have. Well, I didn't know Ella was drinking coffee.
Yeah.
So then, I mean, like is that why she's hella hyper?
She's like bouncing off
I know.
the
I'm like, maybe
walls.
she should lay off a little bit.
But there's nothing wrong. Like we kind of like almost always have like a little morning cup of coffee.
Bitch, she's all fucking senora having a whole cup of coffee.
We're like chilling and we're like, cheers.
Fuck. Like you took tea time too serious.
And she's just like a lot of times she'll be like, oh, mommy, like I want my coffee. And like, it's just like kind of part of our morning routine now. You're all getting mad at me?
I know. I'm like, well, low-key, I thought
You're
you
like,
meant
I'm the Nino bitch.
I know. I'm like, I'm taking custody. Yeah.
She can't be drinking fucking coffee.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's, if it's to the point where you guys are drinking coffee all the time, that's kind of
You think it's bad?
Un beso, chamaca. You're all making her addicted
Pero like in
already.
México siempre toman café diario, no importa.
Ay, pero esos eran tiempos de antes. I'm like, we're in a whole
Eso
new...
ya no pasa. Well, I don't know. So you think I like fucked up a little bit? Because like now I feel like Ella's low-key addicted to coffee.
Bitch.
No, not addicted, but she definitely asks for her coffee like all the time.
Well, I feel like I could see both sides. 'Cause I feel like I would question if Ella was drinking coffee. I'd be
Yeah?
like, what the fuck? But then I could see why you were thrown off because somebody's kind of telling you
Like how to parent.
yeah,
right?
but coffee for Ella.
I'm all fucking just thinking about my life now.
I
And you know what? I haven't told my mom. I probably should tell my mom, huh? That Ella's drinking coffee.
Bitch, well, yes.
It's just coffee.
She's gonna have an addiction in a few years.
Y se la creyeron babositos, ¿verdad?
Fuck you. I was
Estúpidos.
literally like looking at
Ay, you
Alex.
think I'm gonna let my daughter drink coffee?
Bitch, well, I was
She's like, boing, boing, boing.
I was
bouncing
like
off
connecting
fucking
the
wall.
dots. I was like, is that why she's so hyper
You're
all
like,
the
is
time?
this bitch, what is she doing to Ella?
I know. I looked. He was like, can we cut this out?
Right, Alex, like, hey, can you tell her to stop saying this on that?
I know. I was like, cut the camera.
No,
Is
you
that right?
guys, this is a completely fake story. My daughter does not actually drink coffee.
Fuck you. I was over here like,
Louis, I could tell he was getting nervous, bitch. So I was getting nervous. I low-key was like, should I stop my light? Like,
I know, because I didn't know what to say, because you were like, do you think it's, well, because at first you painted it as in like, she was like licking just like the cremita or something. So I was like, okay, maybe she's having like here and there. But then you were like, we cheers together every morning, cup of coffee. I was like,
No, this just kind of I wanted to give you guys an example because I wanted to jump into the topic of Ragebait.
okay, that was rage bait.
That was rage bait, huh?
Ew, but that's like uncomfortable. Well, that's
what rage
is,
bait
right?
is. If you guys are like, what the fuck did this bitch just do or what just happened?
B, you also like Stitch. What just happened? Did you hear that?
No.
What the fuck did this bitch just do? What just happened? I swear, I heard Stitch in there.
I'm not turning into stuff.
Fuck you.
I'm not turning into him.
Okay, wait. Okay, I can breathe now.
Pobre Luisito.
Because I was trying to listen, but
He was all blacking out. I was like, what's happening today?
well, because that's literally the perfect example of rage bait, because you almost were talking about it as if it was something so normal.
Right.
But then I was just like, well, what do I say? Because so then you made me question if drinking coffee is bad or not. Because like in my eyes, I was like, ew, that's so bad. Like Ella shouldn't. But I was like, okay,
Está muy
maybe she's just like
chiquita.
licking the straw. But then when you're like, well, we cheers every morning, I was like, But then I was still trying to like hear where you were coming from. That's why I was like, well, I could see why you would get pissed from the waiter. I was
I
like, but
feel
then
like he
again,
was trying to almost give me the benefit of the doubt, but like
That's
low
why-
key being like, bitch, like, are you okay?
Yeah, I was like, let's cut the cameras and have a real conversation. Because I was just
Yeah.
like, what do you mean you guys are cheering every morning and having coffee? I was like,
What do you mean your daughter's addicted?
I know. I was like about to call custody.
You're
I was
like, hello,
"Can I
someone
have-"
help my fucking dumbass sister.
Yeah, and that's literally what rage bait is, because it makes you like question if that's normal. No, not that it's normal, but like the fact that you think it's normal.
Right. And like, in case you guys live under a bubble, you don't know what rage bait is. It's like this whole thing that's happening on TikTok.
Or just, no, I feel like it's
All
been
over
on
social
forever,
where
media.
people create fake scenarios, fake stories like the one that I just did, and purposely try to anger you. They try to make it like
Oh.
it's normal because they know that people are gonna have their opinion and be upset. Like, bitch, are you stupid? Kind of those vibes.
But never disclose that it's fake.
They
right?
never disclose that it's fake. I had to, obviously, because of, for real. But people never disclose that it's fake. They just kind of go with that story, and it gets so many like views, and they always go trending because I honestly feel like it's because there's so much engagement in those type of videos. Like people are commenting like, "Babe, like what the fuck?"
And
you know?
okay, now that I'm thinking about it, if I'm like trying to think of like things that I've watched recently, trying to figure out if they were rage bait or not. Because there's some that are very obvious that they're rage bait.
Yeah.
But for example, this story you just told me right now, I was like, actually, there was a part of me that was like, wait, is this like for real? Or like, like I actually believed it was real, but then I was like, you can't be that dumb to be giving out like, a
Right.
full cup of coffee.
Yeah. And like just overall, guys, like the little story that I just said, I actually stole that story from somebody who did do like a rage bait. Well, I honestly to this day I don't know if it was real or not.
Oh shit.
But somebody was giving their daughter coffee and a server did tell her like, "Babe, what the fuck?" But I think her coffee was decaf. I think it was decaf that the little I
What
don't
does that
fucking know.
mean?
Decaf, not caffeinated.
Oh, so it's just like for the flavor?
Yeah, but I think the server did tell. I don't know the full story,
Mhm.
but the server did tell the mom something like, "Babe, what the fuck?"
Oh.
You know? But I just kind of made it my own in a way to create the scenario. But I really don't think kids should be drinking coffee. Let's
Well,
disclose
nothing.
that.
I don't at all.
Yeah, because they're too little, you know? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think let's let them drink coffee when they're like in their teens, ya están más viejos, you know? Pero ahorita no, not a
Yeah.
3-year-old.
It's funny too though, because or earlier we were talking about how like dumb we are and how some people question it
Yeah.
sometimes. I did a cooking little moment on Snapchat. I forgot what the fuck I was cooking or what I did. I'm trying really hard to remember, y'all. But somebody screen recorded it and posted it on TikTok, and they posted it because they thought it was funny. Like they were just like, "Oh, Louis being dumb, like airheaded vibes." Like that's what it
I'm
was.
trying to remember because I think I saw the video.
Well, I reposted it, and it wasn't until the video picked up on views that I realized that people thought it was rage bait.
Oh.
Because I was just cooking. I didn't know I did anything wrong.
It
And
was
then
something about like the arroz or something, or
I
the
don't
papas.
know.
I don't remember.
But somebody was just like, haha, Louis being an airhead. And I was like, oh, what the heck? Like, I didn't know that was like, quote unquote, wrong or whatever I did. I don't know. People found it funny. So I reposted it. But then when I came back to watch the video to see how like what people were saying,
Uh-huh.
somebody was like, this has to be fucking rage bait. And it had so many likes and people were like, yeah, there's no way he's actually doing this. And I was like, wait, what? It made me feel all fucking dumb because I was like, if it was whatever I did, was it that fucking dumb that people thought it was rage bait or
Poor
that
Louis.
wrong? Yeah, that's just me.
That's just how he is, you guys.
Yeah, or maybe even that earlier how you said that some people question if we're really that dumb. Like they probably think it's rage
They probably
bait.
like do it on purpose. No, guys, I promise we don't.
I
wish we
promise
did.
being dumb is not a flex.
It really isn't
Yeah.
a flex. I have
I just
seen
embrace
though
it.
people who like really do fake like being dumb because they want to be cute.
Oh, like a
airhead.
blonde moment.
Like,
Yeah.
oh my god. I'm
Yeah.
like, ay, ya, pinche
Like
payasa.
I'm just like, oh my god, I thought this was real cheese.
Where's the mouse?
Yeah.
Oh, Miss Rachel.
The
Where is
voice.
the mouse?
For real.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I've seen very obvious rage bait, but now I'm trying to think. I've never put too much thought into what I'm watching if it's like rage bait.
I have another one
Uh-huh.
to this day. Fuck, I don't know, but maybe you could tell me if you think it's rage bait. But this video pissed me off.
Mhm.
Like I was like, what the fuck? So this mom is also on TikTok. I don't know her at, but this mom, she went to the beach with her kids and she gets into the car and she's like, "Ugh, like, I am so upset right now." She was like, I brought my kids to the beach. I think I told Alex about this one. I brought my kids to the beach and I didn't bring my daughter her sand toys because why would I bring sand toys? There's a bunch of kids who have sand toys. And she was like,
Oh.
and so I guess the little girl went to go play with somebody else's sand toys. And the little kid, the boy was like, hey, like these are mine. And they start like kind of fighting for it. And the other mom comes by and she's like, hey, like these are my sons. These aren't like yours, you know, like where are your toys?
Mm.
And the other mom comes and she's like, why can't your son share?
Oh.
And the other mom was like, he doesn't have to share. They're
Yeah.
his toys. Like we bought them for him so he can enjoy his time at the beach. Where are your daughters? And the mom is in the car like, that is so rude and like disrespectful. Like my daughter should be able to play with whatever toys she wants. Like you guys need to teach your kids to share. Like where are the manners? Like now I have to go to the fucking Dollar Tree and I have to go buy my daughter beach toys because nobody wants to share.
Oh, but she never disclosed if it was rage bait or not?
No, I still don't know. And I
Shit.
genuinely got fucking pissed because like as a mom, I was like, bitch, like get your own fucking toys.
Yeah.
Like I bought my kids
Uh-huh.
their toys like with the other mom, like so they can have a fun time.
Yeah.
Y tú acá bien pinche concha. Like let me just
Yeah.
steal their fucking toys and that's okay.
Because it's different if like you offer to be like, oh, does she want to, like, she could use them, or like,
Yeah.
if like, but that's more of like you shouldn't be relying on that happening.
And the mom was very much giving those vibes of like, I'm relying for my kid to play with everybody else's toys.
Like, it's like, I don't have to buy shit. Like,
yeah, like, no, mi amor, come prepared, especially if
Yeah.
you have kids. Like, my kids aren't entitled to. I mean, of course, I'm going to teach them to
Yeah.
share. But if somebody comes entitled, like, you have to share.
yeah,
You
like, it's
know?
giving, like, if it's something that, like, they do or you want to do, then that's different. But rather than
Yeah.
like, no, bitch, that's a rule. You have to share all the beach toys.
Yeah, I didn't bring mine because we're going to use yours.
Yeah, like, it's right there. It's like, oh.
And to this day, I never went back. I think I lost the profile because I didn't like it because I was so fucking pissed.
Yeah.
I was like, this fucking bitch. And I was reading the comments, and the comments were very much like, this has to be rage bait. And like, what the, like, no fucking way you actually think this is how life works. Like, just everybody was so upset. But her video got so many like shares, saves, likes, like just views up the ass. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's because of the rage bait.
There's this other one that I watched. I don't know if this is considered rage bait though, or if it's just like
What is
what
it?
category it goes into. But let me explain it to you, and y'all tell me what you think, or if you've seen these videos. It's this girl who her whole content, I don't think it's all about this now, but for a good minute, it was all about her cleaning people's graves and tombstones.
Oh, I remember her.
But like, I don't know if that's considered rage bait or not, because I could see it from like her POV where it was like, oh, like some of these tombstones are so like nobody has taken care of them or whatever. Let me clean them, or
Uh-huh.
like let me wash them or whatnot. But then, so at first I was like, oh, okay, I mean, that's nice. But then it goes into her like throwing away like some of the little gifts that people would leave there, or throwing away some of the flowers and putting fresh ones or things like that. But people are like, okay, I get you like cleaning it, but also like don't be removing things
I
that
didn't
other
see her doing
people
that.
leave there, or like don't swap out flowers for other, like that's bad luck, or just like a bunch of things like that. And I was just like, I remember being like, wait, is this like, she can't, like, I don't know, in a way I was like, she can't just go into a tombstone and like do things like that, right? Or like or like, I don't know. But part of me was just like, something ain't right about these videos.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it does kind of in a way sound like a little rage baity because I feel like
And she would do it it was very much like almost as if she was filming it for like kids. Like,
What the
come with me
fuck?
to go film, like, come with me to go clean this tombstone and blah, 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 or like something like that. But I
Please,
was just
babe.
like, at first, like the thought of it sounded nice. Like, oh, you're cleaning a tombstone that has maybe somebody hasn't visited in like a long
Yeah,
time. Or like
that
even
makes
cutting some of the
sense.
trees like that were falling on like the thing, like shit like that.
Okay,
But then it
that's
got to a point where she
cute.
was like removing things, or
That's not cute anymore.
yeah, where I was just like, okay, wait, maybe this is rage bait.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. That would like low-key piss me off.
Because
Like, yeah, that would piss me off.
Because rage, I feel like the key with rage bait is like something that somebody's doing that seems so realistic or normal with like no bad intent, but it's clearly wrong, right?
I think it's just rage bait. Like they want to piss you off.
Yeah.
That's like the big message behind it.
Yeah.
So I can see why it would maybe fall into that segment because she's like, people are gonna get fucking pissed if I do this.
All right, people think my facial hair is rage bait. They're like,
He's like
Louis,
leaving it
your
grow
fucking
out.
Mion ass facial hair has to be
The
rage bait.
Miona.
I'm like, it is. All right.
That's fucking crazy though. And like the way that people think of this stuff to do things like that is crazy too.
Yeah, I don't know if I would ever intentionally do something rage bait, because like I'm not a people pleaser, but I hate when I am a topic being talked about in a bad way.
Yeah,
I hate it.
hate that too.
So I'm just like, even if it's something that I'm like I don't want to read bad things about me, or
I
someone
know,
thinking that
yeah.
like I don't know.
I definitely
just-
wouldn't want to do it on purpose either. Like to bait people.
yeah.
I just did it right now.
I know.
But
But
like
then you were like, it's fake, it's fake,
yeah,
fake.
it's fake.
Yeah.
But like to do it and then just like leave it there.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that there's people out there who fully just rage. Like, I
Oh
didn't
my
realize
God.
that.
Like me and Alex, when we broke up, people thought we like fake broke up.
Oh, I did see that.
I remember like, babe, we were all actually broken up, all crying. Like, "Ah," and people were like, nah, they're faking it for views.
I think at the time I was still getting familiar with what rage bait was. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know it's been along for a long time now that I know what it is. But when I remember seeing people comments being like, it's rage bait.
Yeah.
I was just like, because they're like, they're still living together and blah, blah, blah. But I was like, wait, I don't get it.
You're like, they're actually broken up though.
Yeah.
No, I remember people too. They thought that me and Alex like faked our breakup. And they're like, nah,
Like, it's
nah.
rage
it's not."
bait.
And I was like, no, babe, that was a really rough time for me
Ah.
and Alex. Like, we weren't kidding.
Like, that's considered rage bait because it would be like, oh, they're clearly like faking all this, right?
Right.
Like, that would be rage bait?
Would it be considered rage bait? Meh. Like our breakup.
Eh,
He's all asleep in the corner.
like that's rage bait.
Sorry, it's because I have to turn my mic on when I'm responding. So like our breakup, would that be considered rage bait?
Yeah.
No.
Like if you guys
because-
were faking it.
Oh, if we were faking.
Yeah, that's
it,
what I'm saying. Like if you guys were full on like faking that whole thing, that would have been considered rage bait.
No, because rage bait is bait to piss you off. Like
Oh, and,
us
uh,
breaking up, unless for some reason people like hated us, us breaking up would not necessarily piss people off. If anything,
Yeah,
it's
no, I don't think it would
it's
be
basically
rage bait.
just faking it for views
Yeah.
versus rage bait is literally just like, have you guys seen rage bait comments? Like, let's say someone put like on yours, being like, I want to try growing out my facial hair,
Uh-huh.
so I
Wait,
just
get
wanna see-
closer to your
like I
mic.
just
We
want to do
can't
it for
hear you.
science. I want to see if I could do it.
Wait, get closer to your mic.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
And then someone will reply, be like, "You can't fucking do that because you're a guy, and you're a guy.
Oh.
You're a guy who got your body done, and the only people who can grow their hair out are guys with muscles or some dumb shit."
Yeah, like
that.
if basically if somebody
Something
was like,
super stupid,
Like, they're trying to piss you off on
yeah.
purpose.
Yeah.
I get it.
Everyone starts commenting that.
Ah!
I'm like, you guys.
Damn.
I feel like the more popular rage baits is usually from men commenting
Mm.
some fucking misogynistic ass
Oh,
shit.
and
on, like-
women get pissed.
Yeah, on like the Nara Smith video. She'll be cooking, and then a guy will comment just where you're supposed to be.
Oh,
dude, what the like?
we're all getting pissed right now.
But then
Cut the
that comment
cameras.
gets a shit ton of replies like, "How the fuck can you say that?" Blah blah blah. Da, da, da.
Oh.
Or some people being like, "This has to be rage bait. This has to be rage bait." And there's people's pages
Mm.
specifically just to rage bait.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
rage
opening
bait.
my mind on so many things now. Cause now I'm thinking like there are some hate comments that I get sometimes that are so like stupid
So stupid.
that now I'm like, what if there some people must get like a rush or something out of that?
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, some of these aren't even public comments. They're like in my DMs
Uh-huh.
where they're like the most stupidest
They're
comment.
so stupid.
And it's not even because I'm like, you're stupid. No, it's just like comments that really don't make sense that make me annoyed.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, oh, they're probably doing it in hopes to get a response because it'll satisfy you.
Yeah. And if you think about it too, a lot of the people that do this, they're fake profiles.
Yeah,
They
it
make
is. It's
fake
always.
profiles. Like I recently just got one. It was kind of funny, but some stupid ass person made a fake profile. You could clearly tell it's fake. They were following like 2 people. Like I
Mhm.
feel like they just made it to leave the comment.
Yeah.
They were like, I posted a little picture of Travis with all his little boo-boos.
Mm.
And they're like, oh, you're such a horrible fucking mom. Like, why doesn't your kid get a haircut? You always have him all fucking greñudo. Like, you're the worst mom in the world. And I was like, man, I just blocked them, obviously. I was like, get the fuck off my profile.
But then
but-
that's hate comment. That I feel like that would be considered a hate comment. Because like I'm trying to think of an example. Because like at that point, that's a full on just fucking hater. Like who? That's another whole thing. I feel like that's somebody. There's people who definitely get
Like a rush?
from
How to get a
like-
boner?
Yeah,
from being
for real.
mean?
No, I literally full on think people get like aroused from like leaving hate
Ew.
comments. But I think rage baiting is like a whole nother thing. Because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, what if all the comments I'm reading about me not being able to grow facial hair because I'm too feminine is rage bait? Because like, yeah, I
Maybe they
could be
just-
feminine, but like I'm still a guy.
They just
and
want
I-
to reply from you.
Maybe, yeah.
Or-
Yeah, like they got me.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck.
like, damn it.
Or I had another girl. Oh, I posted this one. The girl that was like, why are all of these people so obsessed with like getting their body back after giving birth? I don't know if you saw that one.
Oh.
So obsessed with getting their body back
did
after
see
giving
that.
birth. Like shake my head. Like you should just focus on your baby. Like basically like
Yeah, yeah.
trashing me trying to get my
Yeah.
mental health back to like a good standing. And then I was just like, what the fuck? And I responded to her and I was like, there's nothing wrong with like focusing on my body, my
Yeah.
well-being. Like we can do both because as mommies, we need to get our mind and our body up and going so we can be okay for the babies,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And I made that comment. I didn't even want to open it. But then she responded with like at the end, I just saw the little part that said, it's about finding your pink back. So I feel like she threw that like nasty message at me.
For
I
you to respond.
responded and she responded all cutesy. Like, no, yeah, that's not what I meant. Like,
I
I hate when I fucking get those, dude.
She was basically implying like you're being selfish for wanting to better yourself. That's rage bait.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
yeah.
like, what do you mean I'm trying to be selfish by bettering
And
myself?
like, why are you so obsessed with getting your body
Yeah.
back? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then when I did respond, I didn't respond in like a bad way. I was kind of trying to like give her my 2 cents. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, babe. Like, the
Yeah.
fuck? And then at the end, I feel like when she got the response, she was like, oh, let me be cute back.
Yeah.
I was like, no, chinga tu madre.
With the little pink heart.
Chinga tu
No,
madre,
this
pink
is
heart.
fully just like opening my mind because I used to categorize all bad comments into hate comments, but I'm like, this is opening my mind to thinking that maybe some of these stupid ass things that I've read have been from people
Rage.
just rage baiting me in the comments.
And I honestly didn't think about that until
Either,
right now.
Until right now
either.
that I'm, because there, I wish I could find an example, y'all, so I could like show y'all an example. But there has been some really dumb ones that I'm like, how is this a hate? Like, how is this comment like real?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Why am I so pretty?
Rage bait. Just
Like it's fucking clear. Like that's fucking gross, bro.
Man, like that's the worst rage bait ever.
Like, hell no, bro. Please make that a clip. I actually did want to get your true and honest opinion since we're being so fucking opinionated this video.
And so gay.
I'm turning
Fuck
tail.
you.
So opinionated. I want to get your true and honest opinion about getting mommies, fresh mommies that are postpartum, like mwah, getting their pink back.
Babe, what do you mean they're pink back?
Getting their pussy back.
Babe, they're like, it's pink.
Like, yeah, you passed.
What do you mean? Does it take a while for it to get pink? Or what?
He's like, is it brown?
Yeah.
No, so getting your pink back is basically.
I can't take that serious. Is that a thing, getting their pink back?
Don't think nasty. Getting your pink back basically means like when we're pregnant, we kind of lose ourselves. We start kind of like doling down. When you think of the color pink, you think of like girly, put together, happy, pink.
So it's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor.
Okay,
yes.
You're not really getting pink.
We're all turning rositas.
I know.
But basically, it's like feeling the best version of yourself. And they say that like when we have babies, we kind of lose that a little bit because there's so much stuff that goes into having a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So for a lot of mommies, it's like, yes, let's work on getting our pink back. It's like getting back to being that girl, feeling good, being happy, arreglándote with like your pink stuff, like if pink is your favorite color or whatever. But now I want to get your opinion because you know that girl made that comment like
that it's selfish.
That it's selfish. And I can honestly understand why it might seem selfish, but let me hear your 2 cents. What do you think about it?
Oh, I want to take it back to what you said where you're taking care of yourself so that you can be the best version of yourself for your child.
Yeah.
And I feel like that plays a huge role when we feel good. That's what you project. And I can't imagine like if you're not feeling well, like just mentally, you're going through a lot mentally, like that's the energy you're gonna project out. Like you're just not at your best and you're either tired or feeling drained, feeling depressed, or you're not at your best, or you don't feel like you look at your best, you're just not gonna give everything around you your
Right.
best.
And unfortunately, I feel like that girl and like a lot of mommies, they really do. And I totally believe this because I feel like this happened to me with Travis. We prioritize our kids so much.
Yeah, of
Like
course.
100%. That when we do that, we kind of literally lose ourselves
Yeah.
completely. And like with Travis, I felt that if I did anything for myself, I felt like it was selfish.
Oh, like guilty.
Guilty. I'd be like, fuck, like, should I go out? Like with Travis, I was 21 when I had him. I literally had just turned 21. And I wanted to go out and I was like, no, I can't go out. And I was like, because I'm going to leave my son and that's so fucked up of me, you know? Like, why am I thinking this way? But now that I'm in I had my third baby, I'm like, girl, like go, like I got my hair done. And like, I feel like old Yoatzi would have never left her baby because my son is 6 weeks. I would have been like, I'm gonna wait till I'm like three months to like get my hair done. But this time around, I'm being very proactive. Like I did my first workout yesterday and I got my hair done yesterday. And it might seem do you think it seems selfish?
I think if it's done in moderation, it's not selfish.
Right.
But I think if we're getting into where it's like happening very frequently
like
or like
también
a
no te
lot.
pases a la verga.
Yeah, like I think if it's like where somebody's just like completely being like, I'm gonna leave my child for like a week, even they were just born or something. Then I'm like, okay, wait a little bit.
Right.
Because I obviously do think the first few, especially the first months of like your child being born, it's important.
It's so important.
But I think as long as it's done in moderation or here and there, like where you're just like, for example, oh sorry, my phone's fucking ringing. I'm like, I have to leave already. No, where I feel like, for example, like you want to go get your hair done, and then obviously you have Alex who helps you with your baby, which doesn't mean
Yeah.
your baby's all alone and like no one's taking care of the baby or anything. And you're just like, hey, like help me out for a little bit. I want to go do this for myself.
Yeah.
I feel like that's fine too. You're still doing things for both of you.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if it gets to the point where you're just like
Like
gone all
leaving
day,
all
you're not
the
gonna see or you're
time.
not like there, then at that point I'd be like, okay, wait, you're doing a little too much.
Yeah, like doing a little bit too much.
But in moderation, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, right? Like,
Yeah.
definitely not. I really think it's about you have to feel good. You have to feel your best because it's super tough. And I know a lot of mommies message me and they're like, how do you do it? Like, I feel so guilty leaving my
Yeah.
baby.
Mm-hmm.
And that's so valid. Like, we have mom guilt,
Mm-hmm.
but you kind of also really have to take care of yourself. You
Mhm.
like have to feel good because if not, girl, I feel like we lose ourselves really quickly
Yeah.
because we prioritize the baby as we should, pero también like we have to take care of ourselves.
Yeah, I think like right now, seeing you in your your third rodeo with like
Mhm.
kid, I definitely feel like you bounce back so quickly after this third time
'Cause I'm
because
so pretty.
after Travis, I feel like it took, I want to say even like a year or two for you
It
to
took
get your
me a
spark
while.
back.
Yeah, a long
And I feel like
time.
you just look like, well, not looked, you were projecting that you were so lost. Like, I remember you like trying to
Yeah.
find a sense of like, who am I? What do I do now? I'm so young, but also like, am I a señora? I can't go out.
Yes.
I can't hang out with you and Andrea. Like, it was just very much like, because you even moved out. And then
Right.
like, we would never see you because you were always like,
Yeah.
which
Like
there's nothing
Travis,
wrong. Yeah, I'm
Travis.
not saying that there was nothing wrong with you dedicating that much time to Travis because obviously he loves and you guys have a beautiful relationship. But I'm saying like you almost like lost yourself with everybody else where we were
Mhm.
all like, where's Yoatzi?
Mhm.
And then with Ella, I think you did better, but there was still a little bit where
I did better with Ella,
uh-huh.
but let me tell you what I didn't do right with Ella. I did not prioritize my health.
Yeah.
So mentally, I was like, all right, I'm ready to be with my family, hang out with everybody again,
Uh-huh.
and jump back into things. But I did not exercise. I did not eat right. And I kind of let myself go physically
Yeah.
because I gained a lot of weight after Ella.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that. I didn't like how I felt. And then when you don't feel good, like physically, like your health declines, you don't feel good. I feel like you
Mhm.
almost feel like huevona, like you
Mhm.
just no te quieres arreglar because you don't feel so good,
Yeah.
you know? So with this baby, me puse las
I was gonna
pilas.
say with this baby, I feel like you were talking about it and saying it even before you gave birth. But you're like, no, I'm not gonna let myself go. Like I'm gonna go
Yeah.
to the gym. I need to do this. You're like, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for that. Even a little bit after baby was born, you're already taking him to Disney and shit. Like I feel like you were just like you told yourself like I'm not gonna be locked in my house. Like I am
Yeah,
gonna enjoy
no.
this pregnancy. And like you literally were at Disney, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You're like, I brought him to a walk. When you're on your
Yeah, like
stroller and stuff.
walking, and I started doing. I was trying because the little postpartum depression started creeping in. A few times,
Uh-huh.
Alex was like, "Baby, let's go on walks," and I was like, and he was like, "I don't want to go on a walk," like you
Yeah.
know. It was getting dark and scary. But when I would go on a walk, I felt like really good. And then I also was getting like when I did go to Disney the first time
Mhm.
for Ella for her birthday, people on Snapchat were coming at me and being like, "Are
Oh.
you fucking serious? Like, stay fucking home. Like, your baby's gonna get sick."
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "Bitch, don't fucking tell me this is my third fucking rodeo." And actually, in case you mommies didn't know and you're worried about like your baby getting sick, it's actually better as long as the weather's okay,
Oh,
not too
okay.
fucking hot, not raining and snowing and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
It's actually really good to take your baby out on walks. It's like exposure therapy
Uh-huh.
to get them exposed to the open air, to not
Oh.
make them super sensitive to the point where apenas les da fucking sol and they're like, they're sick,
Yeah, there's
you
it.
know?
Oh, okay.
But like you said, in moderation.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's my third rodeo, so I went really well prepared to Disneyland. We had a fan, we had like a blanket, like
Yeah.
very well prepared. But yeah, I feel like I've done like an okay job this time.
Yeah.
Like pretty good.
You already kind of figured out how to not let yourself fully go and not feel like yourself.
Yeah. And also, I
Yeah.
like that you brought up that I didn't even realize this, but during my pregnancy, I did talk about it a lot.
Yeah, you said you were talking about it a lot.
Like, shut the fuck up.
I know, like I'm over
like, we
it.
get it.
No, it's because I was a little scared with like obviously pretty not smart. I
Yeah.
really, I mean, y'all saw how the season started. I was fully prepared and mentally prepared to be doing this for a while without Yoatzi, which was a
Uh-huh.
little scary because I know having special guests and stuff is always like a fun time and we obviously enjoy it. But knowing that this is mine and your podcast. Like for me thinking that I was gonna have to do it for a while with like not you here. It's so fun when I have special guests. Even when I did film with Andrea and Adam, I loved it so much. But it's a whole different dynamic when I do it with you.
Yeah. It's
That
like natural.
yeah. So then me comparing it to how your last 2 pregnancies went, with you also not even feeling like you were fully mentally at your best.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I don't know how we're gonna do this. Like I was fully
Yeah.
like, bye, Yoatzi.
And I remember telling Louie, like prepping him too. I would be like, I want to come back as soon as I can. But mentally, I was like, I don't know if mentally I'll be there 100%.
Yeah.
So I kept telling him, like, I can't give you an exact date of when I'll be back, but I'm going to try my best because mentally I don't know what's going to happen. I
Yeah.
was like scared. But I'm honestly glad you brought that up because maybe I was like manifesting it in a way.
Mhm.
So I think that's a good tip for pregnant mommies. Just like keep telling yourself, like, I'm not going to let myself go.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let myself go. Just keep like hyping yourself up. So when time comes, you're good to go.
You're like actually like doing it.
Yeah. And then when I finally filmed that episode with Louie, our first episode back, that week, Louie was like, are you going to be able to film? So we filmed on a Monday, and on Wednesday, I had my first night out with the girls. We were going to go to one of my friends' dinner. And I was like, actually, I think I'm ready to film. And I was like, because bitch, if I'm ready to go out and have drinks with friends, then I'm ready to film. I was like, I'm ready. And I was like, because like I said, I don't want to let myself go. If I'm ready, we're going to do this now, you know?
Yeah. And I think that's what helped too. You kind of got back to regular programming pretty quickly.
I was like, grr, grr.
Yeah. So it's very much like, okay, I have to get back to what I was doing rather than allowing yourself to fall and not get back up.
But I'm glad I got your opinion. So I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm doing everything right from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So mommy is like, you know, do your thing. Don't let yourself go. And I really think that helped a lot. Just kind of talking about it over and over and just saying it a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Y que te valga verga lo que diga la gente. Tú sal, mi amor. Tú vete a caminar que te dé el sol.
Yeah.
That's what we need, a little vitamin D.
Our mental health is very important for our everyday life.
Yeah,
right?
but also remember que no te pases de verga and don't fucking leave your baby for fucking months and weeks and shit.
Yeah, tampoco eso, eh?
Yeah, tampoco eso. No, and if you are going to go out, take your pump, eh?
Bring your pump, literally you everywhere you go.
Literally carry my pump. That was a good episode, though. I liked it.
Wow, it was such an opinionated episode.
It is.
Right from the beginning.
Very much so.
Well, here you have it. I'm growing my mustache and I'm dressing like a boy now.
Don't fucking get mad, eh?
I know. No, but
it's good.
yeah, it was nice going through opinion and memory lane.
Yeah, and I also have an opinion. Fucking subscribe.
For real.
Or vas a ver.
Yes. But also, obviously, we shared our opinions on things. We love you guys, and feel free to also share your opinions because we love reading your guys' comments and your opinions. Even if it is you not liking my mustache, that's okay. Like I said, I'm not mad if people don't think it suits me. It's just about how some people were full on just getting pissed about it.
Yeah,
so I was like, wait.
Don't get mad.
Yeah, your opinions are valid and they're welcome. We might not think the same, but bitch was good.
But we want to know what the fuck's gonna go on. And we like reading because we like when you rage bait us. And
because reading is what? Fundamental.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm dead.
Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Pretty Not Smart. And we'll see you guys on the next one.